Hello everyone, welcome back to Development Wala's YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, a very happy new year to all, and thank you so much for your love and support throughout the last year. Because of you, we have grew so much. We have more than 40,000 LinkedIn followers, and we are growing our reach across all the platforms like Instagram and Facebook. So if you haven't followed us or joined in the WhatsApp community, do it now. I'll put our community link in the description. And today I'm going to share with you all my journey, my experience of coming from a small village from Jharkhand to the London, United Kingdom. So sit tight, and whatever questions or queries you have, put those down in the comments, and I'll make sure to respond to everyone. Thank you very much. So let's just start. So this video could be very important for you if you are a student aspiring to make your career in development sector, or whether you are a development professional and wanted to study abroad. So just sit tight with me and let's just start. So let me start from the beginning. I came from a small village called Alargo in the district of Jharkhand, and I belong to a very simple family. There's a lot of migration in my area, and the only livelihood source would be the coal. So people are directly or indirectly dependent upon coal, and all these areas nearby me are mines. So people would get the basic pay out of selling coals. You can call it illegally or just for their sake of survival. This is important because all their lands were snatched and they don't have anything to do. My father is a journalist. He was a farmer as well, and like many families in Jharkhand, education is important, but the resources are very limited. So I did my schooling till class 12th. I completed 14 years in the same school, BRLDAV, Bhandarida. After that, I pursued my BSc in Agriculture, Rural and Tribal Development from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute, which is based in Morabadi, Ranchi, Jharkhand. So during my university days back in bachelor's at Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Educational and Research Institute, we call it RKMVery. So during my RKMVery days, I did not just study for the exam, but I also worked closely with the tribal communities, with the different grassroots organizations, and I, along with my seniors, we started an initiative back in 2019 called Gramin Bharti Seva Sanstha. It's a non-profit organization based in Jharkhand. So we started by educating or providing education to the remote tribal students of Ranchi and Khunti, and then through different initiatives like Nishulk Ratri Pathshala, it was quite a huge success, and there were a lot of students who are still, studying in the Nishulk Ratri Pathshalas. There were other things which we had done. So I will mention our organization's website as well. You can go and read out our annual reports and the works we have done since 2019 till now. And during my college days, I got to learn a lot of ground realities. I have done a lot of things, like actually started my initial days by picking up the grasses. So from picking up the grasses to knowing and doing the dissertation in an unknown village, and with no resources or the limited resources that we had to manage everything by our own. So those days were very amazing, and fortunately had a very good journey of my BSc. Once you do your graduation, you have to figure out whether you wanted to work or you wanted to continue a study. I choose to study further, and the two option for me was TIS, so Tata Institute of Social Sciences, one of the oldest in the Asia for social studies, and then the Azim Premji University. Those two were in my priority list, and I started preparing myself for the examination. Fortunately got a chance to get admitted to both the colleges, and the reason why I chosen Azim Premji University was because they were offering me a fully funded scholarship. So that was one of the biggest reason why I had chosen the university. And also when I seen the curriculum, when I gone through the website and see the new amazing campus they have, I could not resist myself, and I quickly jumped in and selected the university, and I was so excited of going there. It was next to what I had experienced before, because you see a lot of people from different parts of India You got to know different cultures, different languages. So the campus was amazing. My experience of Azim Prem University was very amazing, of course. And if you would like a dedicated video on Azim Prem University, please do comment below, and I will definitely make sure to go through all the process of masters in Azim Prem University, along with what my experience was and how you can take out your outmost. That's a different story altogether. So in 2023, I came to know about the Marang Gomke Jaipal Singh Munda Overseas Scholarship by Government of Jharkhand. I was aware about this scholarship before, but I didn't got chance to dig deep into it. But when it was the last year, 2022, I started exploring of studying abroad, because a lot of professors in Azim Prem universities were foreign return and they had their degrees in different parts of the world. So it inspired me, and through this scholarship, uh, I was aware that I had a chance to go and study abroad. If I can anyway crack the scholarship, it would be a game changer. So what MGOS, Marangom ke Jaipal Singh Munda Overseas Scholarship is, it's a scholarship for SC, ST, OBC and minority students who are based in Jharkhand. So you have to be a resident of Jharkhand, and your income, family income or your personal income should not exceed more than 12 lakhs. And yeah, definitely about the ITR, they do require ITR for the proof. And there's a lot of other documents. Actually, I had written a blog back in 2023 or 24, and I will also mention the link in the description, so you can go and read all the eligibility requirement from A to Z in the blog. Also, the most important thing which I wanted to say, it's fully funded. It's an MOU signed by the Jharkhand government and the FCDO UK. It covers almost everything: your tuition fee, living expenses, your traveling cost, extra expenses like the equipment cost that you will purchase. So I applied with a hope and fear. The process was rigorous, long, tiring, emotionally challenging. There were a lot of documentations that were required to go through the interviews. The waiting period was long to chase people, and yeah, finally I was selected, and that moment changed my life. So in 2023, I got selected. Through MGOS, I got admission to SOAS University of London, and I did my MSc in Migration, Mobility and Development. So SOAS is one of the world's top universities for development studies. I applied to two universities, Sussex and SOAS. Sussex, at the time when I was applying, Sussex was in number one, and SOAS was in number two in QS ranking. Thankfully, got selected into both the university, got admission letter from both universities, but I had chosen SOAS because it's in center of London, and I wanted to enjoy the London life as well as to do MSc rather than an MA, because I already had an MA in development from Azim Premji University. So walking into SOAS as a student from a small village in Jharkhand was overwhelming. New country, new accent, new academic culture. So the course completely transformed the way I think. We studied migration, labor, global development, political economy, public policy, and international economics, a lot of other courses as well. So my dissertation was focused on Jharkhand's coal economy, and even while studying abroad, my roots were stayed central to the place where I am from. I also founded a Maki Munda Indigenous Studies Society at SOAS to create a space for the indigenous voices and discussion. Initially, during the starting, we had a lot of talks. We invited a lot of professors from different universities, different students, to talk about different social issues, especially related to the indigenous ones. And yeah, it was a very nice experience of organizing something, and creating a space around for indigenous voices in an international platform. So life in UK is kind of a roller coaster for me. As an international student, I manage studies, cultural shock, loneliness, part-time work, mental health, and responsibility all at once. But these challenges make me stronger. I learned interdependence, resilience, communication, Previously I was not at all able to speak well in front of people, and also I was fearing. I had to double check it with translation and other apps whether I'm speaking correctly or not. I feared it out so much, but I learned to present myself and my community in global spaces. So all it needs is practice. And after completing my MSc, I officially graduated from SOAS University of London, and that day was emotional. I felt proud, I felt grateful and responsible as well. After my studies, I was fortunate to stay back in London and start working. So currently, I work as career support and information officer in a small organization in London. It's called City and Hackney Career Center. So the concept of the social work here in UK is entirely different than in India. I will make a separate video of the social work in UK. So being in this sector is very different. So I was fortunate enough to stay here, and once I completed my studies, I applied for graduate visa. It will allow you to stay and work for 2 years. So I have completed my 1 year in graduate visa, so I have one more year to stay and work in UK. In this role, what I do is I help people navigate through their welfare benefits like universal credit, personal independence payment, disability living allowance, housing support, and emergency grants. So I'll explain everything to you in a separate video. I work closely with the council, the NHS. NHS is the healthcare system here. And different community organizations. Working in UK made me realize that the social work values are universal. So the dignity, empathy, justice, and care matter everywhere, no matter if you are in UK or you are in India. So today in the foreign land, people know me by my name, and there's a lot of professional who know me for the work I do in the community. The people do appreciate of the every positive work I do, and there's a lot of space here to raise up your voice and experiment with your ideas. So that thing I get, and my organization supports me very much in experimentation and just implementing the amazing idea I've got in my mind. So yeah, so this is one of the benefits. If you have worked in India, you come here, the way of work is entirely different. You can just experiment with what was working back in India to here. Definitely you have to change it a bit, and the same applies vice versa. From if you have learned in UK and you will go back to India, you can do certain things which you have seen in UK could be relevant if you would do it back in India. So whatever I have achieved, none of this would have been possible without the MGOS scholarship. I'm deeply grateful to the Government of Jharkhand, the Tribal Welfare Commission, definitely my mentors, professors, friends, my parents and family, the well-wishers I have. So to all the students of Jharkhand and different parts of India, just wanted to say that do not limit your dreams. If you prepare yourself, apply for the opportunities like MGOS or Chevening or Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, Rhodes Scholarship, or tons of different scholarships, then definitely you will get to achieve your dream in university life, and you can also fulfill your dream of studying abroad. Development sector is not bad, I would say. Definitely is not as much popular and demanding like IT sectors or financials or the health sector, but if you are in development sector and if you know what kind of work you can do, then you will find the work, no matter if you are in India or in UK. In UK, the normal or average, you can say, the national pay rate is decided by the government, and no one can underpay you. So no matter wherever, whichever position you are in, you will get a good pay, and based on the experience you have and the kind of work you do, the organization you are in, your pay scale will be different. So no one will serve you with a full plate of everything. You have to try and figure out your life by your own. Yeah, and I do feel alone sometimes. So what I used to do is I used to do one day trip, or even I had done international trips in the past, and hopefully this year as well I would try and go to different places. Yeah, you won't get bored if you find something to do in UK, because there's a lot of things you can learn here. You can do river rafting, you can do rock climbing, you can go to a place for hiking. There's a lot of free things and paid things available here. So you just have to explore everything based on your interest. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully it helps, and if you want me to make any specific video on any of the topics I have just spoken, do comment down below. And if you have any query, you can also write it down. I'll make sure to mention my social profiles in the description as well, so that you can connect with me either on LinkedIn or on different social medias. And yeah, if you need any mentorship or guidance, you can reach out to me. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.